All right. Good morning, everybody. It is May 9th, 2023. Welcome back to the Lang Trading Chat Room. Hope you guys had an awesome day yesterday. Ready to rock and roll and get back at it again today. As always, if you're new, it's going to go something like this. I'm going to start off with the market bias, take a look at the SPY and the QQQ, determine which way we think the market's going to head. After that, I will take a look at the favorites list on the right-hand side of the screen. Got the long ideas in green, got some short ideas in red. After we review that list, it will be time to start day trading. So that is what we will do. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns throughout the stream, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. I will get right to it. As always, again, make sure you guys are practicing that proper money management. This is not an easy business. It's not going to get rich quick type thing. So make sure you're doing it the right way and you're doing it with a trading plan. If you need help building a trading plan, check out the link in the description below. Take you right to the Lang Trading Discord. We can get you squared away with a solid trading plan there, figure out what you're missing, figure out what you need to work on. So if you don't have a trading plan, if you need to update your trading plan, definitely join that Discord. It is free, so you don't have anything to worry about. No paywalls or anything like that. So yeah, definitely check that out. And with that, let's get started on the markets, guys. So a little minor gap down on the SPY and the QQQ. So had pretty much, I guess it wasn't an inside day technically. We did peekaboo just above that high from Friday on the Qs. SPY actually was an inside day. Never got up to that 413 area, 414. So it was a pretty inside choppy day yesterday on the SPY. At the moment, it's looking like the same type of thing. Not an inside day because it's not inside of yesterday's bar, but it is still inside of Friday's bar. So it will probably trade similar to a choppy inside day just because we are still inside that pretty wide range bar from last Friday. So just really expecting kind of a choppy bias, pretty neutral bias. I mean, we are gapping down, so there's that bearish aspect of it, but like I said, we're in a lot of junk. This thing could very easily rally and break over the high from yesterday and continue up. So really just a neutral, choppy bias, kind of wait and see type of bias. So not leaning bearish or bullish today really in the pre-market, just kind of going to wait for our spots. We do have some nice gaps, so we can start going through these. Look for some relative strength or relative weakness on some of these ideas here. So first up we have is PLTR, Palantir Technologies. So this one's gapping up a little bit of a wide range gap at 19%. So, but it is gapping up over the pivot you need to get to. So we do like that about PLTR. It has room to run up to probably about $10. So really nice gap, gapping up on earnings. My one concern is that it's a little bit extended, but I mean, looking at the chart, this really doesn't look like an extended gap at all. So that extension is really not much of a concern. This is probably going to be my top watch of the day. So watch the PLTR long. Next up, we have ASRT. So this is another pretty solid gap. It is gapping just below that resistance at $7. So if it gets over that $7 area, it doesn't have anything stopping it. It's not a wide range gap at 9%. It is a few green days up, so you could argue that it might be a little bit extended, but for all intents and purposes, it looks pretty good. I would like to see this thing get over that $7 area. Next up, we have Google. So Google is actually a pretty nice gap. The market's gapping down. This thing's gapping up. Nice consolidation. If it gets over that little resistance at like 109, 109.17-ish, it's got room to run. I mean, it's been consolidating for a while, right above the 200. So this Google looks good. This is probably another one of my top watches here. So if it gets up to that 109 area, definitely going to be keeping a close eye on the Google. Next up, we have PayPal. So PayPal is actually like, guys, this is like a level 1 gap. This is a really nice gap, gapping under a big consolidation at green bars on earnings. Like this thing has easy room down to about $66, $67. So this is a really nice gap on the PayPal. So I will be watching this early. You can see in the pre-market, it's kind of putting in a little breakdown right in that 69, 69.70 area. So watch the PayPal under that spot in the pre-market. Next up, we have MRVI, Maravai Life Sciences. So this is another really nice gap, actually, guys. Same kind of the same as PayPal, gapping under, nice consolidation. So I really would like to get it like clearly under this support area. So we move down a little bit, maybe take it under $12, run it down. It does some pretty good range, has a good average range ratio, so it shouldn't be too hard to get that one to get going for us. Next up, we have Plug, PLUG. So this one, it was gapping down a little bit more in the pre-market. When I saw this thing, it was right in this, it was right when it dipped down right there. So it was right in that 840, 830 area. So it's moved up a little bit since then. I'm not going to take it unless it's under 837. It needs to get under that support before I'm interested. So kind of a backup idea at this point. So we'll keep an eye on it though, on the plug. Next up, we have Disney Biz. So this one's gapping up. Not really at all, actually. It's actually gapping down now. So, but I did have it on the list because it does have earnings, I guess, tomorrow. If it gets over this pivot from yesterday, right in that 103, 104 area, then I do like it. It does have room to run, so keep an eye on it. When I first had it on my list, it was gapping up at least a little bit, so a little bit of a flat open now, so worth watching. Next up, we have AB&B, so really very similar to the Disney, gapping up slightly. Needs to get over that pivot from yesterday. If it does get over into that area, it has a nice void to trade up in here, so watch them. They're kind of some backup ideas with the Diz and the AB&B, but still worth a watch. Next up, we have SWKS. So another pretty nice gap down. It is gapping into a little bit of support. So we're getting some support. Oops, what happened there? There we go. Right in that $86 area. So we do have quite a bit of room to run down there. So we shouldn't really, I mean, it's getting a little bit of junk over here, but for all intents and purposes, we should have this pivot all the way down to about $86, $87. So watch this one gapping down 12%. So a little bit extended on the gap, but it's not enough to be super worried about it. All right, market is open. Got one more idea left. It's like IBM is very weak to start the day. This last idea, HIMS, gapping down. It is gapping into a little bit of support. Got some moving average right here. This has been a pretty strong stock, so might be a little bit tougher to go short on this one, but we will keep an eye on it nonetheless. I want to check this IBM right quick. So IBM's another one. I had this on my kind of backup ideas. I'm going to bring it to the list already because it is under that spot where we need it to be at that 121.60 area. So that is the list. Markets are open, so let's get down to business, guys. Time to make some money. Time to make some money. Let's do it. Do it to you. As always, you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, any stocks, cryptos, ETFs you want looked at, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. Guys, Google is going to be a nice one today, I think. I'm liking Google quite a bit. I like Google. If this market's going higher, it looks like it's going to be because of Google. So I want to find an entry on this. I want to find an entry on Google. PayPal's looking good short as well. So keep an eye on the PayPal. Down a pretty good amount so far, but we will be watching the PayPal. Keep an eye on that thing. Man, Google's my top watch. Google is definitely my top watch. Nothing to do with it right here, but watch Google, guys. Google looks higher right now. Ran right up into that resistance area. Right up into it. Oops. All right. This MRVI is bouncing right at support. So, man, if it gets under that area, that 1220 area, keep an eye on it. Plug needs to do a little bit of work. Disney's pulling in, start the day. Guys, Airbnb is strong, doing what we needed to do. So keep an eye on the Airbnb. Airbnb, watch it. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot else for us here. Don't have a whole lot else. We have a few good ideas, though. We have some good ideas, so just stay patient. It's only 3 minutes in the day. We don't need to rush into this stuff. Because Google is really, really nice. I want to watch Google. This ASRT pulled back pretty good, so not my favorite idea on that. I'm actually going to switch that out with Airbnb. So now I'm watching Airbnb instead of this ASRT. Because Airbnb is real strong. Really, really strong so far. It's doing, oh man, it's putting a really wide range day to start. So I don't want to see this thing go too much higher. If this put in a buy setup, that would be textbook right here. Give me a buy setup, pull back right to that VWAP, right to that support or resistance area. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. Guys, Google's doing that a little bit for us. Google's giving us a bit of a pullback. It is, I wish I was just a little bit happening a little bit higher up because, man, it ran right up into that resistance at 109.17. Pulling back now. I will continue to watch this over high of the day. Need some more chop, but I will watch it over high of the day. Airbnb's looking all right still. PayPal, guys, PayPal is looking good, facing up right here. So watch PayPal under 68. Watch PayPal under 68. Watch it, guys. Plug is looking lower. Plug is looking lower. I will get right to that, Casey. I keep my eyes peeled early on in this market though. So just give me one sec. SWKS is moving up. IBM's looking a little bit interesting. Needs some more volume in that thing now. I guess it's not doing horrible. It's not doing a terrible job there. So Airbnb's pulling in a little bit more. Guys, Google. I'm getting an order ready. 109.22 by 108.75. Google. 108.75. 109.22. 108.75. I'll give it a few more cents just to give it the $50, 50 even. All right, guys, Google. Google, orders in there, over high of the day. Google. Markets are kind of bouncing around, moving lower initially. Q's looking lower right now, but Google 109.22 by 108.72. 50-cent stop loss. 50-cent stop loss. Google. Order is in there. Oh man, did I just miss this buy setup on Airbnb? I might try to bid for this, guys. $1 stop. Man, that was clean. That was what I wanted to see. Damn. That one. Ooh, wow. Google just rolled over. Ooh, almost barely didn't trigger us in. Barely didn't trigger us in, but rolling over now. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it just for a second here. Put in a nice big bottoming tail. Guys, I am looking at PayPal as well. PayPal under low of the day. Probably gonna be. I'm gonna give it $1 stop. Could give it 80 cents. Might give it 80 cents actually. Guys, watch PayPal short. PayPal short. I'd really like to see it get above 68.50 and then come back down. So I don't think I'm gonna wait until that happens. I want to see this thing try to move up. Still got that order in on Google. Still in there. Just a little shakeout right here. A little bottoming tail. So I'm gonna leave it just for now. I'm watching PayPal pretty closely. I like PayPal short. Airbnb, I still do like this one higher as well. So you can watch Airbnb pretty much over high of the day at this point. Maybe like $1.50, a little bit wide on the stop loss, but you can keep an eye on Airbnb. You can keep an eye on it. PayPal is moving down here. Because plug is low as well. Plug is moving lower underneath that support. So looking good on the PLUG. Watch that one, man. PLTR is struggling. Disney's trying to move up. And PayPal is tempting. I just don't really wish they retested up here. 67.96. I don't know if I want to give it a dollar stop loss either. It's a little bit wide on that stop loss. So I'm going to go ahead and get an order ready on the PayPal. Be an 80-cent stop loss. Target's going to be 67.16. Oops, messed that up. There we go. Guys, still got that ordering on Google. Looks like it's about to trigger any second now. Just a little shakeout bar down there. Markets are really just chopping around, looking a little bit lower, but Google's got some great relative strength. So I'm loving the relative strength on Google. Got an order ready on PayPal. Not in there just yet. Man, I'd really like to see it, like I said, come up and retest that. I don't know if we're going to get it. But I'm going to wait for this one more bar to complete right here. I'm not going to get in there just yet. So we are in the Google. We are in Google, just triggered. There goes PayPal. And this was, there's something about PayPal I just didn't like. I really would have liked to see it retest this 68.50 area. So we're not going to get that, looks like. So Google, we are in the Google. Real nice pop on the Google. Wow. Almost a full target already, guys. Almost already at target on Google. We need another like 15 cents there. Another 15 cents or so on Google. The SPY is pretty choppy. Kind of putting in a double bottom on this 1 minute. We'll see if it can bounce. It's been denied by the VWAP a few times here. Qs. I'm gonna go through my list, see if we got anything else. KC, I still got that GRBK. It's on my back burner. I'll get right to it. Like I said, I got to stay on top of these trades, these early 1 minute trades here. So yeah, PayPal's off to a pretty good start. Would have been like an 80-cent stop loss. Down 30 cents. Nice. Good stuff. Plug chopping around there. Support. Disney's not looking good. You can still watch Airbnb, guys. I still think that's a viable trade right there. All right, that's pretty much all I'm looking at then. Don't have a whole lot else on the backup list. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check out this GRBK for you, Casey. GRB, what was that? Okay, Google. Woo. There we go, baby. Out Google, full target. Hey, look at that. Look at that thing. Look at that. Beautiful. Just a beautiful, easy trade. Quick, straight to target, no issues. That's what we like to see. Man, I had that little shakeout. I almost canceled it, but I was like, you know what? It's not enough. If it closed down there, that'd be one thing, but it just shook it out. So I don't know. All right, back to GRBK. Casey, this is what you're. Oh, Casey, this one's a little bit too extended for me. I know you trade extended stuff, but this one's too extended, my man. Long at 51, stop loss at 47. Yeah, man, this one's tough. This one's real tough. I mean, it's up 30%. You need to go an extra 8 or actually another 12%. Yeah, this one's a little bit tough. If I was going long or short on this stock, I honestly I wouldn't touch it either way. But if you're pulling my arm and forcing me to go one way or another, I'm probably going short. This is just, I mean, Yeah, it's strong. Even if you're investing in it, I would probably buy it. But this isn't an investment. This is the trade. So when it's up that much, you've got to expect it to pull back. Stocks can't go up forever. So that one's a little bit too extended for me. Like I said, I know you do trade some extended stuff. You like to trade the momentum, but that one's just a little bit too much in my opinion. PayPal's still doing a good job. So it was the 80-cent stop, would have been down 45 cents, so just over half an hour, and still looking lower. So good stuff there on the PayPal. Google is still hanging out, guys. I'm not 100% done with Google yet. We might trade this again. We get another pattern up here in this 109.80 area. I will definitely be looking to get some more Google. This is a strong stock. This is still got plenty of range left, still in this nice void. So yeah, watch Google for another position higher. Watch the Google. PayPal's moving around. Because Airbnb still is not a horrible idea. Not the worst idea in the world. That initial buy setup was very aggressive though. On second look, that was a pretty stout move up with not a lot of pullback. So probably a good job holding off on that Airbnb buy setup. All right, so both of those ripped. IBM's still pretty interesting actually, guys. Still a little interesting on the IBM, so keep an eye on this. Let me go ahead and look through my backup list real fast. Make sure nothing's hopping off without us. Stop. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. The doggo decided to bark for God knows what reason. Oh man, hey, stop it. All right. So backup list is not looking like there's much to it. Check out some of these shorts. Guess I already got that. All right. So yeah, not much on the backup list, guys. Google's still moving up. Google's man, this is the place you want to be today. Google's a spot you want to be. Plug is another one that looks pretty good actually. What am I doing on the 5 minute? No more 5 minute. It's past due. So get into that 5 minute chart instead of the 1 minute chart here. So yeah, plug didn't look too bad actually. Not a bad position on the plug right there under 830. Plug lower. MRVI was up. PayPal's getting a little bit extended down here, but you can still watch it. I mean, this gap is so well. I don't know actually. Now you're getting to the spot where you're coming into some support right here. You see in this $67, $66 area, start getting that little bit of support. So be mindful of that if you're trying to go short on the PayPal still. Guys, Google is, I'm telling you, Google's where I want to be today. Google's where I want to be today. If we get some sort of pullback, some sort of buy setup on this thing, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm in there. You can bank on it. I will definitely be taking that thing. PLTR is trash. ASRT is pretty much trash. Google looking like a beast. Keep that one. That's the only thing I'm really, really watching right now. I don't really like anything else. PayPal is at support, had a wide range day. MRVI is trash. Plug. We can watch Plug short, I suppose. Got a little bit of range there. Doing good volume, so we can watch Plug short. It's going to need to give us a nice pattern though. Disney's not looking good. Airbnb, whew, another one not looking too good. So SWKS, man, this whole list is actually kind of junk, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. This list is kind of it's bad. Actually, IBM is not a horrible idea. So we can watch IBM short. Not doing the best volume. Not doing the best volume, but it is still has range at least, and it still is in a really good position on this daily chart. See here, underneath support, we got room to drop. So keep an eye on that IBM. IBM and Google, the only two things that are worthwhile to me. The only two things. What else we got? Anything happening on the Fat Man list? Microsoft trying to move on up. Ooh, let's check out the swing trades real fast, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Ollie, not doing much. Dollar Tree, same. And that PTCT, what a dog. Microsoft is looking good. That's awesome. MDB trying to move up as well. That EW did not trigger just yet, so. Anything else? No. All right, guys. Well, that does it for me. I'm going to go back to bed, okay? Hope you guys had a good morning. Hope you guys learned something. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'll stay on a little bit longer, I suppose. I'll stay on for you guys. Man, I'm going to call TradingView today so I can tell them to add that feature about getting a list. Do they have a support number? Does anybody know? Does TradingView have a support number, or they just do the support tickets right here? Yeah, I've entered the support tickets before. I haven't really got anywhere with that. Casey, looking at Google, I can already tell you it's going to be a good trade. You're getting in 109, 110 stop loss. We got the tighter stop loss. Use the tight one. You have to look at the hourly chart here. 107.70. So not giving it a ton of room, but depending on how big of a day this has, if it just this thing rips to 111, 112, you should be good. So yeah, you're going with the. I would expect you go with a little bit of a wider target and run this thing out, but you're going to scalp out the 114. No, I think that's a good trade. The relative strength is definitely there. Your stop is a little bit tight at like 108 ish, a little bit tight there, but this thing could see 114 today, guys. Honestly, like this thing could really get going today. 114 would be like a $6 day. And it does some pretty wide range days, $4, $5, $6 here. So breaking out like this thing could really just rip. So I'm still watching this. I'll take it over high of the day even. 110 by like a 109.30, 70-cent stop loss. I'll watch it. I'll trade that. So yeah, I like the Google. Looking pretty solid. Ooh, man. All right. Got the one trade on Google pretty early. That was always a great way to start the day. Getting that 1 minute breakout. But now, I don't really see anything, guys. Other than Google, like I said, I'm still watching this thing. But other than this, there's really nothing from my list that's got me excited. IBM is the only short idea I like. I mean, you can watch plug, but yeah, you're gonna need to really get a nice pattern out of that plug. So you can watch plug, you can watch IBM. The other short ideas are mediocre at best. So I'm gonna do some scanning here, guys. Check out the old S&P, see what this thing's up to. Got anything moving on up? What's the Goog doing compared to Google? All right. So again, guys, I don't know if any of you guys are new. You're like, what is this guy looking at? What is he trying to scan for? First thing I'm always scanning for is the daily and the hourly chart. These two charts on the right hand side here, these charts are these are the higher time frame charts. And so what you want to see on these higher time frame charts is a void. You want to see a gap up into a void. Like on this Google, see how this gapped up and it's into this big void up here? See how there's no price action right here until you get all the way back until last September. So that's what you want to see. There's less buyers and less sellers to sell into you, so you get a more follow through whenever that happens. McDonald's doesn't look too bad, guys. McDonald's, it's doing really thin volume though, so not going to be very tradable there. Exxon, Pepsi, guys. Google's pulling back. Watch the Google, guys. This Netflix isn't a bad idea. Watch that. Markets are pretty choppy again today, so not a lot of direction here with the spying cues. So I don't see a whole lot right now. I'm not seeing much of that meets my criteria. SPG, what is this volume like? A little bit thin on volume, but it does look interesting. See, maybe you can watch that SPG. Charter as well. Oh, never mind. Charter is very, very thin volume, guys. Very thin volume. So careful with that. The CMCSA is a little bit interesting. You might be able to short it down to like 39 bucks. So watch that one as well. Guys, keep your eye on Google. I got a thumbnail watch list over here while I'm watching it. Make sure you guys are staying on top of it as well. Duke isn't a terrible idea either, but it's got some support there, so probably not on that one. Three in is not a bad idea. I'll throw this on the list as well. Throw these on the old watch list. Netflix, all right. All right. So Google, guys, Google's still top watch. Market's looking like they're trying to move on up. Google's trying to move up as well. Going to need a little bit of a consolidation up here. 110 by 109.17, 83 cent stop loss. 83 cent stop loss on Google. Going to need a consolidation at 110 though. I'm not going to take it if it just rips right through this area. That is not a breakout. It is not part of my plan. So I'm going to need, yeah, this thing's going to have to chop around for a while. This is probably not going to be something I'm trading here. So if we get another 3 minutes of chop, I will be in that. But if that doesn't happen, I'm not going to get in there. This SPG is not a bad idea. And where's this support at? It's right above support. Right above it. I'm going to keep my eye on it though. I do like that still. And there we go, Netflix. Now Netflix is in the area we need it to be at. So it's got a little bit of a void here on this 15 minute. Should have room to at least 336 or more. So watch the Netflix. Watch this thing. I mean, look at that 65-minute breakout. That's pretty nice right there. Nice big green bar getting over resistance. Not a bad breakout right there on the Netflix. But keep watching that one. Keep watching the Netflix and Google, guys. Google's doing what we needed to do so far. Again, we're gonna need a couple more minutes on it, but it is doing exactly what we needed to do. So watch that. Watch Netflix. CMCSA is gonna be tough. I have some semi-interesting short ideas as well. So, still got some trades on the table. Still got some money on the table. Oh, not even 10 o'clock yet. Not even 10 o'clock yet. Guys, Google's doing exactly as you want it to. So watch this. 110 by 109.17. 110 by 109.17. You got another minute on. Okay, guys, I'm getting order ready on Google. 110, 109.17, 83-cent stop loss. You're gonna need 110.83. You're gonna have to give this thing a couple pennies right here. All right, guys. So Google, looking at Google, 110 by 109.17. Order. I'm about to put my order in. I guess this bar is going to complete. So I'm tempted to give this thing a little more room just so I can raise my stop up automatically. It does have the range, but I'm not going to wait around for it. We're sending that. $110 by 109.17. Bang. Google orders in there on Google. So markets are looking higher at the moment. SPY and Q's both pushing it on up. So honestly, this is, I don't mind if Google chops, if you chop around for another like 5 minutes, that would actually be pretty nice. Make that breakout like real nice. Just chops around here, doesn't go lower than 109.50. That'd be a nice breakout. All right. I got the order in on Google. Should be triggering us in any second now. IBM's not looking great. I think I'm gonna throw this CSNCA. Well, I think 3M looks better on the daily chart just because of where it's at. All right, guys. So we are in Google. We are in the Google. So need a 83-cent move out of this. Need 83 cents out of the Google. So 83. So I do want to raise my stop decently quickly here. I'll probably go under 109.30. Whoa. All right. 109.30 would be 13. So what would that be? All right. All right, guys. So we are in the Google. I'm gonna go ahead and raise this stop just a little bit. 109.30. Give us a little bit of protection on that Google. Right, and then looking, some of these short trades are not looking too bad right here. We can watch plug under low of the day. PayPal, I'm not Not trading that one. MRVI is done. Both of those are done for the short side. For these shorts at the bottom, IBM, SPG, CMCSA, 3M, all looking like viable ideas. I think the CMCSAs might be the best, guys. This thing is looking lower right here, right now. Give it 39 cent stops a little bit wide with that range issue. I'm not rushing. I'm really not rushing to this CMCSA. Yes, it looks lower. It isn't a void, but this thing is still in a decent uptrend. Still in a little bit of an uptrend, so I'd like it to see it come up and retest VWAP before I'm into that. 3M, and this one's interesting, but it is just above support still. This $100 area is that's an area you have to respect it. You can't just ignore that. So maybe you get in with a 40 to 50 cent stop loss and run it down, but actually it doesn't look too bad. Guys, what's the volume like? God damn, volume is stupid thin. I don't know if I can do that. We're over 30 minutes into the day. This thing has not even 300,000 shares. It's pretty thin. I think I'm gonna hold off. Let me check that UNH in just 1 second. Let me go through these shorts again. SPG is a little bit interesting still, guys. I don't like how it just kind of peekabooed below right there, but we can still watch that. IBM is still interesting as well. That actually wasn't a terrible sell setup right there. Not the world's worst sell setup. If you got in, I'll give like a 75 cent stop. It still has range, so watch IBM, guys. That one still has some good range left. Let me check out this UNH for you, Casey. Long at 4.99. Getting in just under resistance at that $500 mark. Getting in just under $500. Stop loss at 4.89. So you have a pretty safe stop loss. Quite a bit of junk there supporting you. Target of 517. So you're going to have to fight through that 200 period moving average, which could be a little bit difficult. This one's just kind of in that stage 3, like equal highs, equal lows, kind of back and forth, choppy price action. So it's almost looking like it's in that stage 3, almost looking like an early stage 4 downtrend. So maybe you're able to run it up to the 517 area, but I would definitely expect some sort of resistance in the 510 spot. And getting over 500 might be a little bit of a struggle as well, but I mean, it has it in there. It's not a zero on trade, no doubt. All right, guys. Netflix still looking okay. Netflix over the high of the day. Watch that. Still has over half its range left, so I do like Netflix over 335. I do like that. Guys, plug another one. It has range left. It would be like 820 by 8. I guess 819. So about a 25, 30 cent stop loss. Guys, watch the plug. Watch the plug. We get a little bit of rest up here. Watch it. Oh man, we got some trades on the table, don't we? Plug, Netflix. We are in the goo. Google's chopping around a little bit up here, so hasn't done anything too nerve-wracking just yet. So still liking our position on the Google. And plug needs to just chop around right here. Looks like it's probably going to end up going, but this thing does look good short, guys. Watch the plug. I might be getting an order ready for plug very quickly. actually. Markets are still extremely choppy. Basically an inside day. Basically an inside day on the SPY and the Qs. So be mindful of that. Plug just hit 819. Hopefully it doesn't go too much lower. Actually, I don't want to see it go lower at all right here. I need it to bounce back up. So guys, watch IBM as well. IBM under low of the day. 120.89. Yeah, this thing has good range left actually. Like I said, 72-cent stop. Nothing holding it up. Guys, I like IBM quite a bit. IBM and Plug both. Plug's going right here, so it's not going to give us an opportunity. IBM might just give us that opportunity. Get like a 75-cent stop loss. Need 120.14. So keep an eye on that IBM short. IBM short under low of the day. SPG's pulling in. It goes Plug a little bit lower. But you really could have taken the sell setup on Plug, I suppose. It really was not a bad spot. I was not really paying attention to that. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my order ready on this IBM. Really would like to see it maybe bounce back up, give us a little more confirmation, but I'm gonna go ahead and get an order ready on this. 120.89. Stop loss of 121.61. Give it a couple more pennies there. All right. Got the order ready on IBM. Order is ready. Not in there just yet. Guys, still watching Netflix over high of the day as well. Still got my eyes on Netflix over 335. Netflix over 335. IBM under low of the day. Those are my top two watches right now. Top two watches there. What is holding me back on IBM? The breakout pattern is good, not great. It's got good range. It's got a good trend. Got good relative weakness. Yeah. Market's kind of in the same direction. But, there's really nothing holding me back from IBM, I suppose, guys. I'm going to put this order in there. Give it a few cents here. What's that? Alright. So orders in there on IBM. IBM 120.89 by 121.64. 75-cent stop on that one. And the pattern is good. And everything, my checklist checks out on that IBM trade, so gotta send it. Gotta send it. Markets are looking a little bit lower right here at the moment. Pretty big sell off on the SPY. It's a very, very choppy day again here. Google still kind of hanging out, holding the VWAP. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Really would love to see it break over 110 again on this 5-minute bar. If it got there, that would be awesome. But don't know if we're gonna get that. Guys, still watching this Netflix. Like I said, over 335. It looks good. It looks good. I honestly want to see a red bar come in here, just to confirm the seller buyers are in control. So you could give this, guys. This thing has $5 of range left, so you could get a pretty wide stop on Netflix and be all right. I'd probably go with a 250 stop loss right at VWAP. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I'm looking at on Netflix. Stop loss right at VWAP. So if it gets under 333, it will be concerning. But until then, keep your eye on that position, on that trade. So SPG's chopping around. Seeing CSA just peekabooed in. Now it's hanging out. 3N, same sort of thing. So yeah, I think I like IBM the best. Based on where it's at on the daily chart, out of all my short ideas, it's definitely the best. Definitely has the best void out of everything. So still in the IBM. Or still got my order in for IBM, my bad. I honestly like what it's doing here. If it came right back down and triggered us in, that'd be nice. Google's getting a little bit concerning right here. Ooh. Put in a little bit of a topping tail there. We'll see if it can't hold VWAP. We'll see if it can't hold the VWAP. I have. Ooh, looks like we might just get tagged on the Google. Where's my risk here? Alright, so we are out of Google. Son of a gun. So it was an 83-cent stop loss. I got tagged at 29, so 71. It's about 0.85 R. It's about 0.85 R loss on the Google. Still like that trade though. I'm not gonna lie. I still would take that again over 110. Yeah, that's a good spot. Maybe I should have gave it a little more room, give it like $1 or something, raise my stop up to 83 so I didn't get tagged out. So we'll see if I did just get tagged out, but we are out of the Google. I think this should still be positive for the day. Let me check here. So yeah, still up about 0.1 R. So not a whole lot up, but we are still positive there. And like I said, man, I would take that Google trade again. I like it. I like it a lot. Still got an order in on IBM. So IBM still got that under low of the day. Still watching the Netflix over high of the day there. Hold right back to that 333 area. So if we get a nice big green move up, we will be interested in that. And these markets have not made it easy. Not made it easy, man. Just a whole lot of chop, a whole lot of slop. Basically, it might as well be an inside day again, guys. Might as well be an inside. Actually, the Qs are an inside day. So a couple inside days to start the week. Man, I really, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Google goes higher right here, guys. It would not surprise me. And it honestly would irk my nerves because I knew I should have gave this a little bit more room. Give it like maybe 90, 95 cents just so we're able to tighten that stop up. But I gave it the tight stop and then I tightened it up even more and it ended up tagging us out just by a little bit. So lesson learned there. Don't try to get the tight stop. Just give it a little more room. Give it a little more room. All right. I don't see a whole lot else. Still got the order in on IBM. Still do like this IBM. So watching that. SPG is going to be a tough one to trade lower at this point. Same with CNCSA and 3M as well. So really just watching the Netflix and the IBM, guys. Those are the two top watches at the moment. Netflix, IBM. And that Google really just... I really hope it just bounces and rips to 111 just to show me that I shouldn't be an idiot and I shouldn't use a tight stop like I did. Man, look at it. Bouncing right above where I would have been had my stop moved to. Like I said, could have given it like 95, just so I'm not getting out at the whole number. Raise it up to 83, would have been about the same stop loss that I had that just tagged me out. So would have been about the same risk, just a little bit higher odds there of staying in. But like I said, it is what it is. You live and you learn. All right. Well, there we go. At least I know now that it would have actually tagged me out as well. So I can sleep easy tonight, guys. Like I said, I would take this Google trade again. I would. In this 5-minute breakout right here, that looks good. It does. I have no issues with that trade whatsoever. Netflix pulling in a little more here. As long as this thing holds VWAP, I really don't have a problem with it. If it gets under that 332.50 area, you can sound the alarm bells. But until that happens, I think we're pretty good on the Netflix. I would not take this buy setup either. This is not a buy setup. This is a double top, square top. So not that smooth V top that you look for whenever you take a buy setup. IBM. IBM still looking real nice actually. Just gonna move that back down to low of the day, breakdown. Saying it has plenty of range left. It's doing, I guess the volume is it's not like great volume. It's doing a little bit thin on volume, but it's got a good spread still. Ooh, man. Is Netflix still looking all right? Kind of peekaboo down there. I might be bouncing back up. So, right at that VWAP. Watch Netflix. Look at this. This 15-minute looks real nice, guys. I guess it does have a little bit of a jump right at 336. A couple pivots here, but should have room up to that spot. Dollar up to there. So we'll watch the Netflix. Not a stellar idea, not a textbook trade by any means, but if it does get a little bit better, it will meet the criteria to take a trade. So watch it. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Ooh, man, I don't have anything else other than the Netflix and the CMCSA right now. If you guys have any trades, make sure you throw it out there. You guys got any great ideas, stellar ideas, some idea that's gonna, man, just give me a get rich quick idea, guys. You guys have any of those? No, I'm kidding. Those don't exist. If somebody's trying to sell you a get rich quick strategy or a never fail strategy or just any of those things, just run the other way, guys. It's not true. It doesn't actually work that way. If you see somebody that turned 5,000 and 20,000, well, just know that they got lucky, and the market's going to want that money back. And most of the time, like 99 times out of 100, the market gets that money back. The market gets the money back, guys. It's not most of those people that have those big winners that, like, I would bet that out of the, I don't know how many people made money with Dogecoin. But I would bet out of those people that made good money, like a couple thousand, 10, 20, 30, $40,000, I bet a majority of them have either lost the money or spent the money. I would say over 50% of those people have either lost that money by trying to trade it and invest it in other stuff, or they wasted the money and blew it on stupid shit that they didn't need. Materialistic stuff. Go out and buy a new car or something, buy a boat or something. I guarantee you, most people that got that money are not using it to help themselves in any way. They might have tried to. They might have tried to turn it into more money, but probably didn't. Most people, everybody that I talk to, not everybody, but most people that I talk to that that are involved with the markets, they usually have some sort of story to tell about how they held like Nvidia at $17, or how they got some Dogecoin, or how they had Bitcoin, but they always followed up with, but I didn't sell. But I didn't sell. So, well, why didn't you sell? Well, because you didn't have a trading plan, because you were gambling. That's why. That's why you didn't sell, because you didn't know what you were doing in the first place. Whenever you bought the stock, you bought the damn coin, you didn't know what you were doing. So that's why you didn't sell it, because whenever you were up $10,000, you thought, well, what if it goes to 20,000? And the people that did sell it and locked in that 10,000, well, now they're sitting there thinking and stroking themselves, thinking that they're the greatest trader in the world. They go try to do it again, and they lose it all. It's like, man, just go in here with a plan, with some money management, with an idea of your entry, your stop loss, your exit, and you're good to go, guys. If every single trade you take, every trade you take has those three things: entry, stop loss, and exit, then you're good, guys. You don't have anything to worry about. You know what your risk is. You know where you're going to get out at. All you got to do then is just follow the plan. Just follow the plan after that. And you don't even have to have like an actual target. You don't have to be like, well, I'm getting out right at $420. Like, you can have a trailing stop loss, or have maybe even a time stop. You're like, I'm going to hold this stock for the next month or 2 weeks or something, and then I'm going to get out. But you have to have some sort of exit strategy. Maybe your exit strategy is to not sell it. Maybe it's an investment. Maybe you're just going to buy and hold until you're 70 years old. That's an exit strategy. Just make sure you guys have some sort of exit, have some sort of target, some sort of goal. If not, like I said, you're just going to be gambling. You're just going to be back and forth, wishy-washy, not knowing when to lock in profits, not knowing when to get out, take your loss. You got to have a plan. If you don't, you're just a gambler. And if you want to gamble, then I recommend going to Vegas, because you're going to lose the same amount of money, but you're going to have a hell of a lot more fun in Vegas. So save the gambling for Nevada. Keep it there. We don't Gambling on the stock market is just stupid. It's not even fun. It's not even fun. Guys, still watching Netflix. Still watching Netflix. Again, this buy setup, very aggressive. Very aggressive. Maybe you give it a low of the day, give it a little room, but still very aggressive. I'm gonna wait for high of the day on this thing. High of the day, you still get a 250 on the stop loss. Still got plenty of range, so no need to try to be the first person in there. I'm gonna wait for my entry. Wait for my pitch. Still got this IBM in. It's getting a little bit less interesting though. I might be canceling the IBM soon. It might just be canceled IBM, guys. Ugh. It's moving up a little bit. Really needed to get under 121 again. I really need it under 121. Maybe chop around, even close there. But markets are still chopping around, trying to go a little bit higher. We've had some narrow range days today, guys. We've had some narrow range days. Yesterday we didn't even break $2. We had a $1.96 range on the spot. Today, $1.15 so far. So, very, very choppy. Very, very choppy start to the day. To the week, actually. Yeah, so I'm just watching the IBM and the Netflix at this point, guys. Nothing else on my list is looking good. I have my order in on IBM, but I'm not super hot to trot on this thing, so might be canceling that soon. And I'm kind of watching the Netflix over high of the day as well. So got to get up to the 335, got to get over that high of the day, but if it does do that, I will consider it for a trade. So that is where we are at today. And then we took the 2 trades on Google. The first trade, got the 1 hour target, hit it real quick. Nice little breakout, bam, bam. Got in, got out. Next, the 5 minute trade after that, not as clean. I mean, it was still a nice trade, guys. Don't get me wrong. I still do like this trade quite a bit. Nice clean breakout, not extended. Great range, great volume, great position on the daily. Like it checked all the boxes. Just peekabooed us in there and came down and tagged us out. So still up was like 0.1 R, 0.05 R, just because we did raise the stop a little bit on that second trade, so it was not a full loser. But yeah, that's where we're at today. So nothing else on the watch list that's got me excited to trade. Like I said, just watching the IBM and the Netflix. Netflix pulling in pretty good here, so probably not even watching that anymore. Oh man. I will be calling it a day here in about 10 minutes or so, guys. So, yeah, Netflix pulling in pretty good here. So, getting a little bit wider on the stop loss, a little bit less excited there. So that's why you wait for that buy setup as well. If you got in there over that little bar, just peek you in, now and roll over. So, careful there. The markets are looking a little bit lower here today. The Qs break down under this low of the day at 321.80. We could drop a little bit. Got room down to like 321.50 at least. 30-40 cent drop. All right. Oh. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I don't know why. I'm just bored. I haven't taken a trade in a while. Maybe I'll just buy something just for fun. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. We don't do that. You don't just trade because you're bored. It's a bad idea. I've done it before. It doesn't work. You're gonna have a bad time. Guys, look at this 15-minute buy setup on Google. It is a little bit tempting. I cannot cap. Cannot. I would give it a wide stop, at least $1. Probably give it $1. I mean, yeah, $1 would probably be safe. Give it $1.32 if you're real worried about it. I mean, it has range to go to get wherever you need it to go. So keep an eye on that, Google. It's right in the right area you need it to be. 15-minute buy setup would be. It's the 15-minute buy setup really isn't there. This bar right here needs to be complete before that's actually a buy setup. So you want to get technical about it, not a buy setup. Oh, what to do? Man, I don't have much to do with these markets though. Oh my goodness. Look at the 15-minute guy. That's just sloppy. Just ugly, man. Just back and forth. Chop, chop, chop. Let's check on the swing trades again. See if we got anything else going out of these. So, not a whole lot. We're just kind of hanging out. Just kind of hanging out. MDB's looking okay. Oh man. You guys got any good plays today? Yeah, I don't have anything. I got Gotta do some work on my trading plan. That's about all I got on the old schedule. Work on the trading plan. Maybe do a little bit of work on the website. I take the dogs for a walk, of course, as always. It's one of the best parts of the day. You got any dog owners in the chat? You got any pups hanging out, trading with you? Ooh. Guys, Google's looking lower now, so buy setup's probably not going to happen. Well, I guess the 15 minutes is kind of what you want to happen. You want this to chop around. Don't want to see it go too much lower. So you really don't want to see it go too much lower. But if it just chops around right here for another 12 or 13 minutes, might not be the world's worst idea. Markets are looking a little lower right now, though, at the moment. Qs, like we said a minute ago, could break down under this 321.80. SPY, God damn, I don't know what to do with the SPY, guys. That's just an absolute slop fest. So it could go lower, could go higher, could do anything in between. So, this makes for a difficult trading environment. 2 days in a row where we've had these inside type days where they just chop around. There's not a lot of direction, not a lot of chop. Even good trades like this Google. It was a good pattern, nice trade. It just peekabooed us in and rolled over. It's kind of the same time the market moved on up and rolled over. So, like I said, it's a little bit tough to trade these scenarios. But as a trader, you got to be able to make money in any environment. You got to recognize when there's opportunity on and when there is not opportunity. When there's not opportunity and you're still trading, that's when you get yourself in trouble. That's when you lose money that you shouldn't be losing. So make sure you guys are reading the environment. Oh man, I'm about to get off here though. Go start doing my back testing, start doing a little bit of journaling. If you guys aren't already, make sure you join the Discord channel in the link below. It is a free trading community, so good place to get some personalized feedback. I am in the voice channel in there every day from about 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So if you want to chat it up, you got some questions about trading that might be better talked about than typed about, then definitely join that chat room, join the voice channel. Go check it out. Like I said, it's no cost to you guys, no paywall. It is free, so just as long as you got a Discord, you can join that thing. Discord's free to start, so it is 100% free to join. So make sure you guys are checking that out. But man, this IBM is getting a little bit less interesting. I put this order out 24 minutes ago, so it's time to shit or get off the pot, IBM. It's time to shit or get off the pot. Netflix still looking a little bit interesting. Netflix is trying, guys. So yeah, you could yeah. I was about to say you could argue this 15-minute buy setup, but there's just no reason to get in that early, to be that aggressive. Like, just wait for it to get over resistance. It still has plenty of range left today, so you don't have to worry about that issue. So just wait. Stop loss would be, you could go 250 if you wanted still. I'd probably give it like 280, maybe $3. And then yeah, you only need 338, so you really don't need a whole lot out of that. 338, next area of resistance, kind of. So yeah, just keep an eye on Netflix. Keep an eye on old Netflix. If you really, really want to be aggressive, you could get in over 334, but like I said, there's not a lot of issue with waiting for 335. So that's what I'm waiting for. Guys, IBM moving down. Moving down. We'll see if it triggers here soon. And then the big old volume spike on this 1 minute. So we'll see how that works. See if that's like a little bit of an ending volume right there. All right. I'm gonna give it until 10:40. I'll give you guys another 2 minutes or so until I'm off of here, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I will still. I got until 11 o'clock, so if Netflix ends up putting in a nice big green bar up and gives us a little bit of consolidation at 3:35, I will still take that. So it's got another 20, 22 minutes or so. Same with IBM. If this thing doesn't trigger soon, which it looks like it's going to, yeah, I got until 11 o'clock for this thing to trigger. That is when I stop day trading, is at 11 o'clock. So I will update the Discord channel with open trades, active, all that stuff, all the open trades and active trades for today, and managements and stuff like that. So that information will be in the free Discord channel in the link below. So make sure you are checking that out. So come on, IBM. Honestly though, I hope it doesn't trigger on this bar. I hope it triggers in the next 5-minute bar, just because this is a little bit of an extended move down. You're getting a little bit of rest on this 1 minute, so that is good. Yeah, I don't want to see it just trigger right through, right big red bar, keep going down. So get this bar to close and then enter on the next bar, and we should be good to go on the IBM. This is a nice trade. Got everything you want to have it in a trade. Nice volume, or not, I guess. Volume is the one thing it doesn't have that's nice, but everything else is good. Volume is a little bit thin. All right. So there we have it. That bar did not complete or trigger, so I mean, I'm feeling good about IBM. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like where we're at with this. Ooh, markets are looking a little bit higher. Looking a little bit higher on the SPY and Q, so that is a bit of a concern with going short on IBM. So yeah, we haven't triggered into IBM just yet. So if this thing somehow bounces and rips back up, I'll still cancel it. Netflix is struggling now. Another one. So it needs a big green bar right to 335, and then I'll be watching it. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a day, though. I'm not gonna. No need to sit around and watch this stuff chop. You can consider this Google buy setup still. I mean, it's getting a little bit better actually here. You're getting in right over 109.50, $1.23. I'd probably give it like $1.50 on the stop loss. You need 111.50 ish. So yeah, keep your eye on the Google as well. That one's got some potential there, especially if the markets are moving up. Watch the Google. But, all right, like I said, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I will be watching Google. I'll watch Netflix and IBM as well. Like I said, I will update the Discord channel with that information. If you're not already in the Discord, make sure you join that. Like I said, I will be joining the voice channel right after this. So if you guys want to hop in there and talk it out, hang out, make sure you do so. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Be back at it 9:20 Eastern time. So take care, everybody. Appreciate you.